starting lineup for the homestanding Dons. A 6'3" junior for 5, Vincent Pallotti. A 6'5" senior for 3, Vincent Pallotti. A 6'5" senior for 1, Brendan Fox. A 6' junior senior for 3, Connor Hepting.
And we welcome all of you to Jerry Savage Court on the campus of Loyola Blakefield. I'm Carson Ware. With me, Matt Smolka. Matchup on our hands tonight, the Dons and Pallotti. Big game for the Dons. They can clinch a playoff spot if they can pull out the victory. And Matt, what are you going to look for from the Dons? They've had a great season so far, 10-6 in conference. What can they do to get the dub tonight?
Right, that's right for the Dons. They're coming off against a Pallotti team. It should be a good matchup for them. Very even. Dons 10-6 in the MIAA conference. Pallotti is 8-8. However, the Dons have 2 games remaining in the regular season, so if they can win this one, they will clinch a playoff spot. So this is definitely a big game, Carson, because if they win this tonight, they can go into senior day without the pressure of having to win to clinch the playoff spot.
Certainly, and Pallotti with an early turnover, and then Loyola with an early turnover. So a sloppy start to tonight's game, and Pallotti will take over.
Right, both teams are going to go with an experienced lineup tonight. Carson, the Dons have 4 seniors on the floor. Pallotti has 3. So all upperclassmen starting for both teams.
And now with the ball up top is Isaiah Shanae. Hepting playing some good defense. Shanae tees up a 3, and it's a little bit too strong. Rebound controlled by Hepting, and he's going to look to push it up a little bit now. Fox at the top of the key.
Good job by Hepting to slow it down when nothing was there for him.
Definitely. Hepting's got a little bit of a height advantage here in this matchup. Nake had trouble with the pass, but he gets it back. Fox in the corner. 15 to shoot for the Dons. Hepting drives baseline, and he finishes. Nice move by Connor Hepting with the right hand. And here comes Blunt, the junior.
That's just an example of how Connor Hepting has developed as a complete player throughout his 3 years on varsity. Connor, when he came onto the team, he was mostly known as a shooter, but you can see there he puts the ball on the floor and gets the bucket for 2.
Certainly, and Pallotti with the miss there, rebound controlled, and here comes Hepting again. Dons off to the early lead, 2-0. And the call is going to be a foul on Pallotti. Gil Otto picks that one up. So the first team foul for the Panthers, and the Dons will inbound here from the baseline. Comes into Fox for 3, and it is in and out. Nice inbound play there from the Dons, though. Fisher right off to Fox, and they got a pretty decent look, and Pallotti the other way. Cold start here. They've missed their first couple of shots. Pass was a little bit low for Fox, but he controls it. Here's Fisher, jab step. Now Nake in the corner, and entry pass, really nice, and Fox gets a look right at the rim. So 2 quick buckets for the Dons. And we'd just like to remind you the Dons coming in 10-6 in conference play, the Panthers 8-8.
It's been a good job by Loyola's offense so far to exploit Pallotti's defense in the paint. They've been doing a nice job of working the ball inside and out, and just finding the open man.
Certainly, and one thing we've noticed here, Trillian Young doing a really good job defensively on Miles Mallory. And that shot hits the top of the backboard. That should be out of bounds, but the refs do not call it. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the first period. Fisher on the drive, ran into a double team. Hepting thought about a 3. Now they swing it around. Fox will try a 3. That's a deep one. No good. So Brendan Fox 0 for 2 on 3 points, 1 for 3 overall. Here comes Pallotti. Fisher's ready to defend the pick and roll, but no pick came. Now the pass up top. And the jumper is missed by Gil Otto. And controlled by Fisher, now off to Young, who struggles to handle it. And now the Dons have the advantage. Nake all the way. Comes up short. Hepting flies in to control it.
Yeah, unfortunate for Nake. I didn't see it. Hepting wide open in the far corner.
And the Dons will set up. Now here's Nake. Young will tee up a jumper. No good, high arcing shot.
Both teams not afraid to let fly from beyond the arc so far this game, Connor.
Definitely fast start and a nice move there. Anthony Blunt with the basket, 4-2 now. Hepting up top now, guarded by Blunt the junior. Young high post, some movement, and now Fox with the ball. Nake had Hepting wide open in the corner. Now fast break for Pallotti, and they score it. McNair on the basket, and it's 4-4. So Pallotti showing some signs of life here. They looked a little bit sluggish in the beginning of the game, and now they're back. Young's got it. It was a flare screen. Fisher was open for a second, but not anymore. Now they give him the ball. He's got a big height advantage in his matchup. And that pass is picked off and saved, but it ends up in the hands of Fisher. And Fisher will take it out and reset. And the referee going to call for a reset of the shot clock, as it didn't reset even though Pallotti had possession for a second there. They threw it away though.
Yeah, even though Pallotti wasn't able to recover the basketball, that was a nice hustle play by Joel McNair.
Definitely, and we're going to have Cam Smith and Jordan Moore, both sophomores, check into the game. And Nake and Young, the seniors, are going to check out. So Loyola's got the ball. They inbound to Fisher.
Yeah, Carson, this Dons team has really benefited from some really athletic big men. Obviously, Fisher and also Cam Moore have been great additions to the team this year.
And there he goes. Fox nails the triple, 7-4. So Fox gets his first three. The best shooter on the team, and now here's a steal by Hepting. And he gets it ahead. Moore all the way with the left, and no call, no charge or foul.
Right, head coach Joshua Duvali complaining there.
And it is going to be out of bounds off Pallotti. Pretty interesting there, Matt. No charge or foul, just no call. There's got to be something there, you got to think.
You'd think so, but I mean, you know, sometimes in a play like that, the referee is going to opt for the no call.
Hepting with a nice step through. Now Moore has a wide open lane, and he takes it in. Hangs in the air and finishes 9-4. Nice move by Jordan. So Loyola reclaiming the lead, and they're up 5. Moore was in the passing lane, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. So Pallotti sloppy with the basketball here, and Owen Reynolds, the speedy point guard, are going to check in.
Yeah, they've been very sloppy so far this game, I'd say, Carson.
Definitely. I mean, they have just really they have missed out on possessions because of this. They haven't even gotten that many shots. They've been turning the ball over. Here's Fisher. Fisher now on the perimeter, and they'll look to post him up. Hepting comes up to the top. Reynolds was not ready for the pass, but he gets it in time before it goes out of bounds. And they're going to say that's a double dribble. So Pallotti will get the ball back. Another chance to score here. Joshua Carter just checked into the game for the Panthers, and he gets the ball here in the corner, guarded by Fisher. Nice defense by the Dons, but a little bit of a breakdown there. And Oshanier hits the shot.
Yeah, you can already see, Carson, Isaiah Oshanier has really been orchestrating the Pallotti offense. Appears to be their starting point guard. He's also not afraid to take shots when he's got the open look.
Definitely. He's touched the ball on pretty much every possession. Moore drove in and kicked out to Smith. And now Smith in a little bit of trouble. There's the swing. Hepting. They post up Fisher on the smaller Oshanier. And Fisher had it ripped away. Oshanier on the steal. And now a nice bounce pass. And here comes Pallotti, and they get the N1.
I'm not sure there's a foul, Carson. I thought Reynolds might have gotten the ball.
Yes, but the call stands. McNair on the N1, so he'll get the chance to give Pallotti the lead. First foul for the Dons, and it's 9-9.
Yeah, foul or not, that was some nice strength shown by McNair to muscle the ball to the hoop.
And Fisher checks out, Young in. So just a short rest for Young, and now Reese Gardner also going to get up. He'll come in next whistle. And for Pallotti, Ed Johnson is going to check in. Hepting's got it, and he crosses half court. Young out And some good defense so far by Pallotti and a travel on Moore. So Loyola with a couple of turnovers now.
Right. It's been Loyola who's been the sloppy team the last few minutes.
And now Blunt running the point again. And a steal. And now Hepting, Moore across the lane. He goes into a cutting Gardner. And that one rimmed out. Tipped by Young, no good. And Loyola retains possession. Good hustle there by Young.
Right. You can see Loyola's really trying to exploit the in-out, drive to the lane, then kick it out.
Nice play, Gardner, and again it rims out, but Young's there to tap it in once again. Unlucky bounce for Reese Gardner, but Trillian Young's there to clean it up. 11-10 Dons. Under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. And inside, good hustle there by Carter to get his own rebound.
Right. That was good D from Dons there. No foul. There's a strong defense to contest the shot as Carter went up.
Yeah, definitely Carter got the step on Cam Smith, but Smith did not. He was not flustered. He recovered. And now Pallotti. Nice.
That's
really
Miles
nice
Mallory, the 6'6" senior with the bucket.
Yeah, Mallory over Young. He's got 3 inches on Young. And nearly a steal. It's going to be a jump ball. So Loyola will retain it.
Carson, if you ask me, the Dons really need to clean up their play here. They're being too sloppy on the offensive end
Definitely.
to really break out on a run.
Definitely. Pallotti started out the game with a few turnovers, and now the Dons on their streak with a few turnovers. They need to make every possession count. They're missing out on shot opportunities here. They could have extended this lead even more. Here's Moore now. Hepting's going to try a 3, and it's good. Connor Hepting knocks one down. And that's one thing he's been able to do. As we mentioned, 3-year varsity player who's always been able to shoot the 3. And now Pallotti's most likely going to hold for the last shot here. Edmonds has got it. They jump at Ashane, and he nearly banked that one in but couldn't do it. The Dons have got to get a shot up now, and that will be the end of the first quarter. The score stands 14-12. A lot of turnovers in this first period, but still entertaining play. So the Dons lead it after one. I'm Carson Ware. With me, Matt Smolka. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter. I'm Carson Ware. With me, Matt Smolka. The second quarter getting ready to start. 14-12, the Dons lead. And it's going to be Pallotti starting with possession. Ashane throws it in. And now having trouble with the ball and losing it out of bounds is Mallory. So the senior turns it over. And Fox is going to get it inbound for the Dons. Into Reynolds. Reynolds, as we've mentioned many times before, he's got great speed. Gioso's in the game now for the Dons.
Fox now running the point for Hepting is taking a bit of a breather.
Plays for Gioso, he gets to the top. Moore, they wanted to post up Young, but couldn't do it. Gioso's got space, he's going to try a 3, and he knocks it down. Bennett Gioso with a really nice shot, 17-12.
Right, Bennett Gioso, another big player who can is a threat from deep. And that's something that Pallotti really has to consider, is that when it comes down to it, the Dons have 6 or 7 players who are very good 3-point shooters.
Definitely, that's dangerous. That means they can score in bunches as well. And when they get hot, they get hot. And now on the drive, oh, really nice pass inside, but the layup is missed, and Young controls it. Here comes Jordan Moore now, 7 minutes to go. Gioso thought about another one, and now Moore gonna drive it up top to Gioso. And that pass was deflected, and it's gonna stay Loyola basketball. And now checking in for the Panthers, Gil Otto is gonna come back in along with McNair. McNair, who did a good bit of scoring here in the first quarter. And baseball pass caught by Gioso. And so with 15 to shoot, the Dons come across half court. Moore with the ball. They swing it around Reynolds. Gioso going to drive, and they're going to say he traveled. He was looking to get to Fox in the corner, who had a wide open baseline.
Yeah, Gioso just hesitated half a second. He saw that Pallotti defender reaching out, and foot just slipped a little bit. Good call by the referee.
And now a defensive breakdown for the Dons, but they are not going to pay for it as they missed the three. Fight for the rebound, but the Dons have got it now. Fox bringing it up. Reynolds out, Fox. Fox with the drive. Spins, and now they post up Gioso. And that pass is deflected, but Gioso gets it back. Ends up with Fox. And Fox loses it. So nice hustle by Pallotti. And it's going to be a jump ball, and I believe the Dons will get it back because Pallotti started the quarter with the ball. Yes, they will.
Right. Although, Carson, you can start to see the Dons have been in this pattern of, driving the lane and kicking back out. And those last few passes, Pallotti's really jumped on.
Definitely, they've recognized what the Dons are trying to do here. And Moore checks out, Smith checks in. They get to Gioso in the corner, and now Nake. Fox was open there for a second. And Fox, tough drive into the lane, but he missed it. But Young controls the rebound. Young takes it himself and misses. And now here comes Pallotti on the fast break. It's a 2-on-2. And pass to the corner. Oh, a jumper is an air ball. And Pallotti misses another layup. That's a third or fourth layup they've missed this game.
Right, Pallotti's really losing some points there. Now, what do you think should be shots that go down?
Definitely, they're doing everything except for the easiest part, which is making the layup. Fisher at the scorer's table. He's going to check back in next whistle. Gioso got it up top. Nake in the post. Fadeaway jumper in and out. Unlucky bounce there, but a nice play for the Dons. He'll take a shot like that anytime you can get it. Now here's Pallotti.
Yeah, the fadeaway post, that's a really tough shot to make, especially with the hand in your face. Dubem Nake, probably the team's most prolific inside scorer, but he was unable to find the net on that one.
Gioso with some nice help defense, and now the three-point shot is no good, so Pallotti's really gone cold here. And now that's going to be a travel on Mallory, so Mallory with his second turnover of the game. Fisher comes in to replace Fox, and now Cam Smith is also going to get up. Gioso coming out of the game. Good minutes from Bennett Gioso. Cam Smith. A lot of perimeter passing here for the Dons. Fisher in the post. And now a double team on Fisher. He looks for the open man, but Pallotti does a really nice job to recover. Young wide open for a three. He sets fires and hits it. Trillion Young. 20-12.
Timeout, Pallotti.
And a timeout called by Pallotti. Nice stretch for the Dons. They lead by 8.
All right, and we would just like to take a moment to recognize our Loyola Blakefield Corporate Partners Program. So Loyola Blakefield would like to invite businesses and organizations to join this program for the 2018 and 2019 academic year. This program offers a comprehensive means to support the experience of our students while establishing a close relationship with the school and our constituents. So for more information, please visit loyalblakefield.org/corporate partners.
And Matt, great run for the Dons. They're up 8, 20-12 with just about half the second quarter gone. What have they been able to do to build this lead up and get the momentum?
Well, Carson, the Dons have really been utilizing an offensive strategy I like to call the drive and dish. They've been really pushing to the inside of the paint and then kicking the ball back outside. So if they have a shot there, they can take it with the number of three-point shooters they have on the floor, or if not, they can work the ball around. And Dubem Nake has been keeping the Panthers honest in the interior.
For sure, and now Anthony Blunt with the ball. He'll bring it up. So Pallotti, it's pretty important they score here. And they double team Blunt for a second there and missed the jump shot at the elbow. Rebound by Nake. Here comes Reynolds. That's a good look, Cam Smith. He can shoot it. Not able to make it there. Reynolds with the rebound. He missed it, and Mitch Fisher comes in. 22-12. Nice effort play there by the Dons. They're winning all the 50-50 balls right now. And that's just a testament to their effort, Matt. I mean, the Dons really maximum effort here. They're winning these 50-50 balls. They're playing really good defense, and it's paying off.
All right, you're talking about the Dons defense, Carson. Let's just take a look at their last two games. Obviously, last Friday the Dons did lose to number 1 St. Francis 54-44, but they did hold the Panthers offense to just 40% shooting from the floor, so the Dons defense has been really stellar this year. Additionally, that Wednesday, the Dons also beat Gillen 64-50, so that's two good teams the Dons have played, have held them to under 60 points.
Definitely, the Dons are getting hot at the right time here. The end of the season coming up, the MIAA playoffs and Baltimore Catholic League playoffs, both approaching soon. And once again, we'd just like to remind you, big game on Friday night. It's senior night, 7 o'clock. The Dons play Coward Hall. You can catch all that action right here as Pallotti misses the three and Trillian Young controls it. Hepning steps into a three. Nobody covered him. And it's just going to be short. But Loyola retains possession nonetheless. So 34 on the shot clock.
Carson, I think the Dons have a nice balance of players on the floor, actually. They have a deep bench as well, so it's not like they're just relying on a few players like they did 2 years ago with the fantastic Kenny Lewis on the court. But this Dons team has been very well balanced, and it's paying off so far this season.
Definitely, this team goes very deep, and you can really put any 5 of these guys on the court, and they'll have a pretty fair amount of success as we see Smith in the post. Strong move by Cam Smith, and he scores. Nice step through. He stepped through a double team, and again, Pallotti calls a timeout.
So during this timeout, I'd just like to take a short break to recognize one of our corporate partners, the Loyola University Jesuit Community. So this Jesuit community shares in the mission of the Worldwide Society of Jesus, which includes the service of faith, the promotion of justice, and dialogue with cultures and with other religions. And these values characterize its commitment to the educational apostolate at Loyola University, Loyola Blakefield, Cristo Rey Jesuit High School, and the St. Ignatius Academy of Baltimore. So thank you for partnering with us, the Loyola University Jesuit community. We appreciate all the support you've given our community this year.
And the Dons with a strong run. Their lead remains at 10, 24-14. But one thing that's really stuck out, obviously, as we've highlighted on, is their defense. 14 points for Pallotti with 2 minutes and change to go here in the first half.
Right, it's been a strong defensive performance and not too bad of an offensive performance, Carson. Don's been hitting from deep, and also they've been getting some big points in the post as well.
Definitely, and the lineup for the Dons right now, Nake, Fisher, Hepting, Smith, and Moore. So 2 sophomores, a junior, and 2 seniors. And now here's Pallotti. Moore was in the passing lane for a second. Hepting does a pretty good job defensively, and good contest at the rim. Moore's got it, trying to advance the ball quickly here. Try to get a score for the Dons. Hepting on the drive, kick out. Fisher, he can shoot the three, and that one comes up short. And now in transition, athletic move there. It's McNair, and McNair's done a pretty good amount of scoring here for Pallotti so far.
Yeah, that coming off the assist from Isaiah Oshinai.
Smith, they double team him. Fisher's open for 3. Can't hit that one, but Nake controls the rebound, and Nake's rejected inside. Really nice defense there by Pallotti, just sitting with the hands straight up.
Oshinai's fouled, yeah.
They're going to say he was fouled. Yes, Cam Smith jumped right into him.
The ref now, I believe he called it a 2-point foul. Oh, no.
They're going to say the shot was complete and that it was a block, so they're going to say that Ashani had already released the shot, and Cam Smith's foul did not affect the shot in any way. So Pallotti's just going to get the ball. Yeah,
I'm not surprised to see the Pallotti coach exchanging some words with the referee there, Carson, because I think that was definitely a shooting foul.
Definitely, but the call stands. And now they look to post up. And there's a three, and it is off the mark. Rebound. Pallotti had it for a second. Now Cam Smith with the ball. Pushes it up. Here's Hepting. Pass along the baseline, and that's going to be a foul.
Yeah, Nake hit hard as he goes to the rim.
So Nake's got some free throws coming his way. 24-16 the score stands with a little bit over a minute to go here in the first half. The front end of Nake's pair of free throws is good.
Right, the senior Dubem Nake has his older brother, who was a senior last year, Chid Nake, now playing basketball at the University of Johns Hopkins.
Pair of free throws from Nake. One thing we would like to highlight on, excellent free throw shooting this year from Trillian Young and Dubem Nake. They both improved drastically from last year, and that's just great to see. You know, it just a testament to both of their work ethics and putting in some hard work over the summer and early in the school year, and now they're reaping the rewards here in the games, making their free throws at a good rate. Yeah,
it's especially important to have big men who can shoot from the charity stripe, Carson, because that's where some of the points really count when you have those inside players.
Definitely, and now here's Gioso. Almost had it there. The Dons were able to force a turnover, and now they force another one. And Miles Mallory has really had a little bit of a tough game tonight.
Yeah, it looks like he's just unable to hold on to the ball there, trying to come down with that rebound. Now Downsville, a second chance on the offensive end.
Fisher's got it, and he'll give it back to Hepting. Good look for three, and just shot it a little bit too hard. Now we're under a minute remaining here in the second quarter. So halftime just around the corner. Mitch Fisher digging in defensively on the perimeter. And Anthony Blunt's got a little bit of a mismatch. He'll draw Fisher out farther. Now here comes the screen. They double team for a second. Gioso gets back. Good recovery. Now with 10 to shoot for Pallotti. They got to make something happen. And that shot was way off. Here comes Hepting. 25 seconds to go.
Yep, Don should hold this last shot here, Carson.
Definitely, they've got all the momentum here. They got a 10-point lead. Let's just see if they can tack on one more basket here before both teams go to their locker rooms.
And that was a good game IQ from Hepting there. You know, instead of trying to break out in transition, they decided to hold for the last shot.
Definitely, and now with 6 seconds to go, Moore in the lane, couldn't spin it in. 3 seconds to go, too. Pallotti's going to have to get it up. Blunt over 2 defenders. Missed it, missed everything.
And that's going to do it.
The first half. Great play by the Dons. They're up 10, 26-16. Strong defense, especially holding Pallotti to 16 points.
All right, it's been a nice performance here tonight from the Dons, Carson, especially on the defensive end, holding Pallotti just 16 points. And just before we head to halftime, we'd like to thank one of our second corporate partners. We'd like to thank Atlantic Caterers, which is a family-owned and operated business that has ties to the Archdiocese of Baltimore since 1963, and they're proud to be part of the time-honored tradition that is the root of Loyola Blakefield's success. So please contact Atlantic Caterers for your next event at 410-254-6662 or visit their website at atlanticcaterers.com.
And with that, we will take a short break. Halftime is right now, and we will be back for coverage of the second half. I'm Carson Ware, with me, Matt Smolka. And we welcome all of you back. The Dons lead Pallotti 26-16. Second half about ready to get started. I'm Carson Ware, with me Matt Smolka. We're here to bring you coverage of the entire second half. So a really strong play so far for the Dons, Matt. Great defense, obviously. What have they been able to do, though, on the offensive end?
Right, well, the Dons have really been working the ball nicely around the floor. They have 8 players on the score sheet so far. All 3 captains lead the team in scoring with 5 points apiece. That's going to be Fox, Hepting, and Young. So those 3 have been leading the offensive charge. The Dons have also done a nice job of balancing the inside and outside scoring game with both Young, Moore, Fisher, Nake getting in the paint, and a number of players taking threes from outside.
Definitely. And now Pallotti starting the second half with the basketball, Anthony Blunt. And Pallotti's going to have to get something going. They're going to have to figure something out here if they're going to be in this game here and claw back. Loyola's coming here, pushing the ball quickly. Nake was rejected inside, so good defense so far. And now racing ahead of the pack. And the shot no good, and now Hepting looking to go the other end. And Euro step by Hepting, he finishes with the right. Connor Hepting, really nice move by the senior, 28-16. And a fast start to the second half here. Both teams bringing the ball up the court really quickly. And now a steal by Hepting, and he saves it for Young. Hepting's all over the place, and now he's looking to push it again. Fisher thought about a 3. Now he takes it, and here's Hepting, who brings it out. 7 minutes to go here, third quarter.
And if you ask me, Carson, the difference between these 2 offenses is
that shot was cleared by Miles Mallory. Excellent.
Is that Pallotti's really not been able to get much going. They've been focusing mostly on the mid-range game, which I'm not sure their best play is that shot. They've also not really done much in the paint against the Dons. Have been forced to resort from shots outside, and they've certainly been pretty cold.
And that pass went off the leg of Hepting, so the Panthers will get it in the corner.
Yeah, you also want to take note on number 13, Joel McNair. Leads the team with 7. However, only 4 Panthers have scored in the first half, and including the Dons held St. Vincent to just 4 points in the second quarter. That is an impressive statement.
And the miss from mid-range by Otto, who's been pretty cold tonight. Hepting brings it on. Now he's guarded by Blunt. They get to Fox, and they post up Young. Young takes it to his right. Fisher into the lane, and he traveled.
So Fisher called for the travel. The small section of the Loyola boosters made it out. Certainly seemed to disagree with it, but the refs were certainly in sync with the call.
And there's their shooter. But he misses that time, so Ashani not able to convert, even though he got a good look. Hepting got Blunt off the ground with the fake. Loyola using the pump fake very well this game.
Right. They've had some good off-ball movement as well.
The plays for Young, and he's got a drive. And that shot was partially rejected. And it caused Young to miss everything.
Panthers have not been afraid to contest at the rim, Carson.
Definitely, I'm sure their coach told him at halftime, you got to be more physical here, and don't be afraid to foul. And there we go. Gil Otto hits the jumper, and a quick timeout by the Dons. So Pallotti starting to get their groove back here on offense. They're starting to figure out how to attack this Dons defense.
All right, so during this brief timeout, we'd like to thank another one of our corporate partners, this time the First National Bank, who is proud to sponsor Loyola Blakefield Athletics. And at First National Bank, they believe the local communities are the lifeblood of the markets that they serve. So their involvement with Loyola Blakefield and the athletics program is just a small way that the bank gives back to local communities everywhere. So please stop by your local branch in Towson at 1 West Pennsylvania Avenue, or visit one of their other branches in the Baltimore area. You can also visit them online at www.fnb-online.com. And First National Bank is, of course, a member of the FDIC.
So Pallotti getting their wits about them a little bit here in the second half. And the lead has been cut down to 9. So as both teams are set to break the huddle, we will get back to the action. And one thing that we've really noticed here for the Dons is in the plays that they run, there are like 2 options. And, if one pass isn't open, there's another guy waiting for the ball. And that's really important to have in an offense because if one player is not open and the play's for him, the play can't just go dead. It has to go to somebody else who attempts to create. And that's what the Dons have been able to accomplish tonight. And here's Hepting now. Blunt playing some pretty good defense. Here's Young. He's got it on the wing. It's a nice play. And Fisher, good use of the pump fake. And it's going to be a foul on Ashanae, who has played a lot tonight.
Right, he's definitely one of the Panthers' best players, and he has had an impact on the game.
Excellent inbounds play. Fisher got open. Miscommunication there by the Panthers. So it's 30-19. And now they post up Otto. Otto goes to work on Fisher, gets the step, but Fisher plays some really good defense, and he gets the rebound.
Dons have done a really good job on the interior defense this year. This game. They haven't been fouling too much. They've been going straight up and just contesting the shots in a legal way.
And here's Blunt now guarded by Hepting up at the top. Moore and Cam Smith were just sent by Coach DeValle up to the scorer's table, so they'll check in next whistle. Here's Ashanae.
We shortened it. It started blinking again.
And bad pass there by Ashanae, so Loyola takes over.
Yeah.
And Moore and Smith check in. And for Pallotti, Ed Johnson's going to come in. And he will take the place of McNair. And Fox and Nake going to check out. So good minutes for both seniors there for the Dons. So now for Loyola, it's Hepting, Fisher, Moore, Smith, and Young. Blunt applying pressure beyond the half-court line. So trying to force Hepting into making a bad choice. And it's going to be a travel on Trillian Young. He's trying to get to a spot there on the elbow and knock down the jumper. So we're about halfway through the third period here, and the Dons still have a pretty good grip on this game.
The Dons have been consistently the better team all night, Carson.
And Gil Otto knocks down the jumper. They ran that play a few possessions ago, and he was able to knock it down there too. So
yeah, Otto perhaps heating up. I know he started the game with a few misses, but he's made his last 2 in a row.
Here's Smith and Otto playing some really good defense. Here's Young, and Young lost the ball. Pallotti's defense is definitely very strong in the paint so far in the second half. Now here's Blunt. Hepting's done a pretty good job guarding Blunt tonight. And they wanted to post up, but they're not going to do it. Instead, it's going to go to Otto, who knocks down another.
Yeah, Gil Otto has found his hot hand here to open the second half. Now 7 points in the third quarter for the 6'6" senior.
Recepting, they get it to Moore. Smith, they wanted to post up Young, but they couldn't. And now recepting in the corner. They get Smith on the block. And Smith is fouled and one. Nice shot there from Cam Smith.
Yeah, Cam Smith, nice strength there in the post. Backing down on the Panther, muscles the shot up, gets the end one.
Smith also knocks down the free throw, so the lead's back up to 10. And you got to think now Pallotti's going to look to play through Gil Otto. And the ball goes to Otto. Now they got the high post. A lot of movement underneath the basket. That shot was rejected by Moore. Really nice defense to anticipate the pull-up jumper. Now Hepton gets it to Fisher. Fisher goes right at his man, draws the foul, and one. Mitch Fisher went right up on Ashane, powered over him, banked it off the glass, plus the foul. 12-point lead for the Dons.
Yeah, the Dons are really utilizing the height advantage in the post.
And now Gioso checks in for Trillian Young. And now for Pallotti. We're also going to have another sub here as Otto checks out of the game and Mallory comes back in. Mallory adding a lot of height. And hopefully be able to get some blocks and some rebounds here for Pallotti. As Fisher, a very reliable free throw shooter, knocks that one down. So 13-point lead coming up on 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. So Pallotti's going to have to get something going here. Nice move by Blunt. Weaving inside, another missed layup by Mallory. Just not getting the bounces tonight. And here's Blunt.
Yeah, and Carson, if you're Anthony Blunt, you have to be frustrated the way your team's performed.
Definitely
because he's been doing a really good job orchestrating the offense. You know, he's been working the ball around. That last assist, if it had been a made basket, would have been nice. But the Panthers have not been converting inside. They've missed 4 or 5 layups this game.
Definitely. On the perimeter, you know, they've been all right, but in the paint is where they've really struggled offensively. And this game would be a lot different if that wouldn't have been the case. Blunt decides to take it himself, and he banks it off the glass. It's a nice move there. Hefting was sure he was going to drive here to bank it off the glass, but instead he leaned back and took the floater.
Yeah, really athletic play from the Pallotti Jr.
Definitely, that's a hard shot to make. Gioso thought about a 3 now to Smith. Gioso tees one up, and it's off the mark, but Fisher fights and gets the rebound. And now Fisher is fouled, so it's going to be a block.
And, yeah, Fisher thought it was a shooting foul, but the referees are going to call it on the floor, which I think is the right call.
So Fox is going to be the inbound man, as usual. They try to get it to Fisher, now they get it into Gioso, and Smith comes up to get the ball. They wanted Fox high post, but they couldn't get him, and it's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to be called on Gioso. It looked like he was just trying to free up Moore.
So we're coming up now on a minute remaining here in the third period. Dons lead 36-25. That's a really good look. And unable to convert on that one is Ed Johnson. Once again, as you said, Matt, really nice job orchestrating by Blunt, but they just can't get the shot to go down. Here's Gioso, try to work the post. Nice feed underneath, and Fox with the reverse scoop layup, 38-25. The lead increases to 13 as we go under the 1 minute mark. Here's Blunt on the drive, got to that same spot again, but this one doesn't go. Fox is there to clean it up because Fisher bobbled it. Nice move by Moore. Cannot finish off the glass. Gioso's there. Good effort there by the Dons. And Mallory was the one controlling that rebound. Here's Ashane and now Smith digging in defensively. Ashane with the drive. And is going to be a block on most likely Brennan Fox.
Right.
Or no, I think it's going to be on Fisher. So Fisher picks one up. That's the third team foul for the Dons, and Trillian Young checks in relief of Mitch Fisher.
Carson, despite the Dons' good defensive performance tonight, you also have to consider the fact that Pallotti has not been shooting very well from the floor. They've missed a lot of open looks, both inside and out.
Definitely, and there's a turnover. Moore's ahead of the pack. Gets it back to Smith. That may have been a kicked ball. And now Carter had Trillian Young in a headlock there.
Yeah, I know. You can see that. Coach Josh Javali came running down the sideline when he saw that. And it looks like the officials have called the jump ball.
So the Dons are going to get the ball here. It looks like no matter what the call is. They lob to Smith.
They were
Might
trying
throw
to.
it down, and Young's going to get it and draw the foul. So nice hustle play there from
The
Young.
Dons are trying to get Smith going up for the alley-oop.
That play has worked in the past.
There's not that many players in the conference high school basketball, Carson, that can throw down an alley-oop, but Smith is definitely one of them.
Definitely one of the most athletic players in all the MIAA. And he's just a sophomore, so he's going to be sticking around for a while. Gardner comes up to the scores table, so next whistle he will be in the game. That one gets a kind bounce from the rim. So Young drops both. Fox checks out. Good minutes from Brennan Fox. And now the Dons have extended the lead to 15 here, and Pallotti's most likely just going to hold for the last shot.
Right, this is the largest lead of the game for Loyola, Carson.
And we'll see what the call is here. Most likely going to be a block.
Yeah, it looks like that is going to be blocking called on Graham Sliffer. Excuse me, not Graham Sliffer. Jordan Moore, I think.
And with 5 seconds left. And now they got to get it up here. And Blunt is going to be fouled. Not something you just can't do.
Yeah, that's just a poor basketball decision from the Dons there.
So with .3 left on the clock, Blunt's going to get some free throws. And not sure if it's going to be 2 or 3.
3, I think. And that's another thing. I mean, when the time's running down like that, the last thing you want to do is foul.
Definitely. And that shot was off balance. It's really not a high chance of him converting that. And I think Gioso thought that it was only 2 shots, so he got it and let it fly.
How about that? Gioso did think it was a 2-shot foul. Tried to grab the rebound and chuck it down with the .3 on the clock. As the rest of his team sort of gives him a glance.
Can't blame him. He's thinking ahead. Now with .3 seconds left, that was the last shot. And now that will not count. And Young almost hit it. So the third quarter comes to an end, 40-27. Loyola leads Pallotti.
All right, and during this quarter break, we would like to recognize our final corporate sponsor, which is Home Paramount Pest Control. So Home Paramount Pest Control is the premier pest control and pest management company in Maryland that offers effective and reliable termite control, pest control, and moisture control services for residential and commercial customers throughout the state of Maryland. And contact your Baltimore pest experts today. Schedule a free home inspection and choose the pest management program that will work for you. So you can dial toll-free at 1-888-888-HOME. That's 1-888-888-HOME.
All right, so strong play so far from the Dons. And as we mentioned before the broadcast, or before the game started, I should say, the Dons can clinch a playoff berth with a win. And,
right.
That's a big deal. That's something that has not happened in a few years.
Yeah, Don's basketball team has not been better than mediocre the last few years, Carson. So this is a big opportunity for them. It is going to be advancing throughout the playoffs. It's going to be a tough challenge for the Dons. You know, you got a couple really good teams this year's MIA conference, notably number 1 in the state, St. Francis. But the Dons have played St. Francis tough in the past.
Definitely.
And this also gives them an opportunity to compete in the MIA playoffs for the first time in a couple of years.
So 8 minutes left on the clock. That's what stands between the Dons and a playoff berth if they can get it done. 40-27 they lead. 5 fouls for both teams. And Pallotti's going to get the ball inbounding. And here they go. So Reese Gardner now is going to guard Anthony Blunt. Hepting has not been in the game in a little while.
No, perhaps Valley's just letting his point guard get a breather.
And nice job by Cam Smith to control that board. Fox is advancing the ball now. Goes to Smith, a couple steps behind the 3-point line. Gardner wanted to set a screen. Gioso thought about a triple. Young. Cam Smith wants the post up on Oshane. Nice feed. Gardner can't get it to go, but Trillian Young with the tap. He hung in the air.
Yeah, Young, the senior captain, he's leading the Dons tonight with 9 points and has 5 or 6 rebounds as well.
Here's a Shawnee, and they inbound it to the corner. Otto. Now they get it up top. Otto, that's his spot. But he comes up empty there. Now Reese Gardner pushing the ball. Smith in the corner, back up top. Gioso tees up a 3, and he misses it, but Young almost controlled the rebound. Good hustle there by the senior, and now Pallotti, here they come. And Trillian Young sends that one back. McNair went up, and Trillian was having none of it. And that'll be Loyola basketball. Athletic play by Trillian Young.
Yeah, Joel McNair. I might as well call him the turkey there because he just got stuffed by Trillian Young.
That's really great. One thing we do see is a lot of blocks come from the help defender. And that's, as we just saw there, that comes across, notices the offensive player is going to shoot and rejects it. And now Reese Gardner's got it right in front of the basket, and he's swarmed by about 3 defenders. 42-27 is the score. Gioso played some good defense there, not allowing Blunt to drive past them, and now a foul's going to be called. That's a good foul there for Loyola. Otto was wide open for a jumper. You
can also, Carson, you're starting to sense the Panthers' desperation. You're down 15 in the fourth quarter, 6.5 to go in the game. And you can sort of see, the Dons have been the better team from pretty much throughout the game. You can see St. Vincent starting to get frustrated here. They're starting to, really push hard in their desperation to try and even the scoreline.
And Gardner checks out. He'll be replaced by Reynolds. Good minutes from Reese Gardner, one of the best defenders this team has to offer. Now Ashanae in the corner, and he gets the rim. And that one rims out, rebound by Gioso.
Just another example of Carson, one of those shots you'd think was going to fall, but just didn't.
That pass is a little bit high. It went off the backboard. Now it's going to end up in a fast break for Pallotti, and Ashanae, he gets that one to go. And now a full court press here by the Panthers. Here's Smith. And a timeout call by Coach Tavalli. He wants to talk over how they're going to break this press.
Yeah, Panthers are going to start to transition to the press now, down by 13, with under 6 to go in the game. So Don's obviously going to have to adjust the way they're bringing up the court, as Panthers look to be playing a little press, full court press, try and get a few steals and maybe tighten up the game.
And yet, Coach Tavalli just telling these guys stay strong. About 6 minutes to go in this one, and then they'll be victorious here. They've got a nice lead. They played a great game so far. They played physical basketball. They've gotten the rebounds, haven't allowed. And that's one thing we've seen in the Dons' losses this year. One thing that has hurt them a little bit is the offensive glass. And when teams can dominate the offensive glass against Loyola, they generally win. But last few games, we've seen none of that. Loyola's done an awesome job rebounding the basketball. And
right, Carson. I also think one thing the Panthers, at least to me, seem to be lacking in this game would be presence of an inside scorer, because they've really just only been shooting from the mid-range and from outside. And I feel like if they had an inside scorer or two, they would be pretty dominant, because the Dons have, for the most part, pushed them around in the low post throughout the game.
Nice play. Reynolds scores off the pass from Gioso. Nice diagonal pass there from Bennett to get it right on the low block, and Reynolds put it away with the right hand. And this duo, Blunt and Ashanae, they played pretty much the whole game for the Panthers. Nice swing to the corner.
And that goes back to what I was saying about the depth of the bench, Carson. I'm just taking a look at the stats right now. Dons have 9 players on the score sheet, and that's a nice move by Otto. I was saying the Dons have 9 players on the score sheet now, while Pallotti only 5 players. That means Pallotti has 0 bench points now through the game. So that lack of depth has really been exploited by the Dons.
And in comes Edmonds into the contest. He'll replace Blunt, who takes a breather. Otto, perfect swish on the free throw. And Hepting would just check back in, so he's nice and rested for the home stretch of this matchup. Gioso was going to set a screen, but then he didn't. Cam Smith up top. Hepting. We get it around to Reynolds. He's got it up top. Gioso over to Hepting. Smith running the baseline. He wants a post up. Young thought about a 3. Now with 10 to shoot, they'll reset. Young going across and nearly put that one away. Really nice control by Trillian Young to tap that one in. Extend the lead to 14, and now the coaches are going to put Fisher back in the game. Shawnee on the drive, kick out. That's a 3, and it's a miss by Otto, but the rebound is controlled. And the three-pointer is no good. It bounced around a while, but in the end, did not hit the bottom of the net. So here's Hepting now. Hepting guarded by Edmonds. Gioso. And the really nice off-ball screen. Cam Smith hits the 3, and Loyola pouring it on now. They're up 17.
Yeah, that was Dons have had some really nice ball movement in this game. As you can see, they've utilized some nice off-ball screens.
And 20 to shoot for Pallotti. And there's a nice move by McNair. McNair, who has done a lot of scoring tonight.
Yeah, 9 points for the Panthers.
Here's Hepting. And good help defense there, but Smith somehow puts it in. Excellent shot there from Cam Smith. That's a tough one right over the defender, his arms fully extended.
Yeah, Smith now the second down in double-digit scoring tonight with 10 points on the game. Trillian Young has 11 points along with 7 rebounds.
And some bad passing now. Hepting with the ball. And they're going to say the foul was on the floor.
So, Carson, if you ask me, it looks like the Dons have this game just about wrapped up. They just need to maintain their composure and defensive prowess the rest of this game. But they've really been the better team. The whole game, I'm not sure they've ever trailed.
And Cam Smith checks out. Really strong minutes from Cam Smith. A great game. The play is for Reynolds. He's got it. Young. He had Fisher for a second there. Couldn't get it to him. And now Fisher gets it back. And Fisher is blocked from behind.
That's Mallory, I believe. That's his second or third block this game.
He's been doing pretty well as the rim protector here for the Panthers. Otto's got it at the free throw line. That's the spot he's like to shoot from tonight. A couple of jab steps, and there it is, Otto. And the timeout by Pallotti.
So Otto is going to lead all scorers despite that horrendous start. Carson, he now has 12 points on the game. And I believe that's all coming out of the second half, or at least from the second quarter. I believe the first quarter is 0 for 4 from the field.
And that's really good improvement. And without him, Pallotti would be in a lot worse of shape right now. But 2.5 minutes to go. Loyola just got to hang on here. They're up 51-36. They played a really great game. And one thing we've noticed this whole game in general, not a whole lot of fouls. Been a pretty clean game overall.
Yeah, so Carson, what do you think the Dons have to do to close out the game?
Well, I'd say if I was Coach Chevalier, I'd just tell my players, look, just keep the pressure up on defense, but you can't foul. Fouls are what's going to allow Pallotti to get back into the game. Fouls, free shots at the line where the clock is stopped. That's how they're going to get back in if they do. And another thing, Loyola, do not fall in love with the jump shot. You got to work the ball around, work some time off the clock. The clock is your friend here.
Right.
And if they can do those things, they will come out with the W. And both teams break the huddle now, so we're ready to see the action.
Yeah, and if you ask me, Carson, now this is probably about the last gasp effort for Pallotti because with only 2:38 to go in the game, down by 15, I'm not sure there's much they can do. They're going to need to make a few quick shots and get a few defensive stops pretty much immediately.
And surprising from Pallotti here, they do put some pressure on Reynolds, but they don't come out in a full-blown full-court press, which is something that you'd expect. Oh, they're going to go with the half-court press. Interesting move. Fisher went up, and he goes down hard. Looked like he was going to jam that one for a second.
And that is going to be ruled a charge on Mitch Fisher.
So we're under 2.5 minutes now, and that's, I guess, what Pallotti needed there. They got the ball back quickly. Now here's Edmonds. They're going to have to get...
Right, they need a shot here.
They're going to have to get quick shots and quick baskets. And I think...
Yeah, they can't afford to work the clock. They need to make some shots.
Otto pulls it and misses it. Here's Hepting, and now they're going to apply pressure. Edmonds picking up Hepting full court. And there's the screen. Now he finds the open man. And this is going to be the key here for Loyola to break in this pressure. Do not dribble to the corners and
yeah, avoid the
open
trap
man.
and just keep working the ball around the floor.
Right.
You know, under 2 minutes to go here.
Right. The corner's where the trap's going to come from. That's a nice play. Young misses, but that's a pretty good shot. You'll take that shot anytime you can get it. And now the ball around the elbow. And there's a nice spin move. And the basket by Shinai.
And if you ask me, Carson, I think Pallotti should go to a full court press right now because, you know, there's only a minute and a half to go. They're down by 13. The game's still savable.
You got to start creating turnovers at this point. Hepting to the rim, he scores, and that may be the dagger as Loyola with a very strong performance tonight. And now there's a steal by Nake. Hepting's going to hold it. 30 seconds to shoot, so Loyola's going to boil the shot clock down as far as they can.
Right, this game's over, Carson.
Strong performance from the Dons. They dominated all facets of the game. Great team win. Everybody scoring. Everybody getting in on defense. Everybody playing well. And this is what you love to see if they're Coach Tavalli. They're getting hot at the right time going into these playoffs. And Loyola is going to clinch an MIAA playoff berth. That's a huge deal.
It is a huge win.
And if you're a player on this team or coach, you just feel an immense feeling of pride as this team's had its struggles in the past few seasons, but with the shot clock off, they're going to get to dribble these last few seconds off and enjoy this win here as they clinch a spot in the MIAA playoffs, the A division.
Right, and let's just take a moment to recognize the game's, at least Loyola's leading scorer, Trillian Young, the senior captain, 11 points, 7 rebounds.
And Hepting's going to dribble the last few seconds off. And now the focus shifts to Friday, the big matchup, senior night against Calvert Hall. Once again, you can catch all that action right here. And we want to thank all of you for tuning in. 55-38, Loyola defeats St. Vincent Pallotti. I'm Carson Ware. With me, Matt Smolka. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. We're good?
Can you get that little cord?
Hold on.